Okay, this is the son, Claudio. I'm behind the scenes. First and foremost, everybody, good evening. And we start with turning on the oven because the preheating is necessary because when you slide the cake in, it has to be already hot. So we start from there. We're putting the flour in a sieve and in your small pan. You will need only one pan, and we go from there. Yeah. No, aspetta che devi fare quello lì. This is to allow the flour to gain air. So we are airing the flour.
Someone is asking if it's the whole container flour.
The whole container, yes.
Thank you.
And we see Sofia is doing with a different tool. The concept is the same. Stai dentro una pentola però per piacere. Fanno tutto fuori.
Next Gianna.
Yeah, for sure. Michelangelo. Good. Using all of it. This goes on the side. We add the sugar in the mix. A pinch of salt. This possibly was missing in the recipe, but just a pinch of salt.
That's an Italian pinch.
That's an Italian pinch. Whoa.
Okay, it's okay.
I'm making a salty.
Then the baking powder.
So she has to slow down.
Mamma, vai un po' più piano che devono seguirci. Stir it, and with a spoon you start stirring your mixed, so all the ingredients get mixed together, nice and smooth. From there, we start with the vanilla extract.
Someone would like to know, does sea salt work?
Sea salt is just fine, yes.
Thank you.
And you go ahead with the stirring. At this point, you add the butter that is to be soft already. And you work the butter inside your mix. Perché sei delicatissimo.
Was the baking powder separate or was it included?
It was included.
Was it included in the flour or was it separate from the flour? I'm sorry.
It was separate.
It was
It
separate.
was
Okay.
containers.
Oh, and that one
You-
goes containers. Did you, Stephanie, did you find it?
Un pochino. So you take the lemon and you scratch a little bit of peel of the lemon on your. It's just to give some kick on the flour in the flavor of the dough. It's enough. This is in the behind it. Use the spoon.
Cindy, how much baking powder did you include? We have someone who ended up with 2 vanillas and no baking powder.
Is
3/4 teaspoon.
3/4 teaspoon. Okay, thank you.
Sorry. It's baking powder. Baking powder.
Someone has asked that if you could slow down a little bit. They're
Slow
taking
down.
a little moment to work in the butter. It's taking them a while.
Okay.
Ok? Vai un
Thank
po'
you.
più piano. Burro che non è
Italians
così.
only have one speed.
Pull ahead. Stare un po' più piano perché qualcuno non ha il burro morbido. Quindi ci mettono qualche minuto in più a lavorare. That's okay.
Oh, look at all that.
How do you know when you've worked in your butter well enough?
You use your hands. With your hands, you squeeze the butter in between your hands. So between the warmth of your body and the activity, you see what she's doing. You just mix everything together and the butter melts better.
Translator now. Okay. So once you're done stirring in the butter, you use your hands, and then it like gets into like this kind of crumb consistency, and you break apart the pieces.
So we need to explain about the egg because
So you add at this point when your pan and your dough is all crunchy like that one, you add 1 full egg, and then on the second one you'll add only the yolk. So with a fork you start mixing your full egg.
Sorry, guys. How much lemon peel do we need?
How much lemon zest should they add in?
Just like a little bit, like maybe a tablespoon lemon zest.
What? Lemon zest, a teaspoon. A teaspoon is gonna be enough.
Thank you.
This is gonna be more or less the consistency of your dough. Okay, and then you go with the eggs, as my mom is doing.
my mommy.
My mom.
Nona's already 2 steps ahead. Yeah.
First egg is in. You take your fork and you start mixing the egg inside the mixture. Once you have your 1.5 eggs, so the whole and the yolk all mixed it in, then you can take it out of your pan and work it with your hands.
Should they have added the vanilla already is a question we have in the chat?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Basically, everything should be in at this point.
Except the egg whites from 1 egg.
And your
And your dough. Your
messo tutto intero lo vuoi?
No.
Okay, I think people are still trying to catch up.
People are still trying to catch up.
You just need to work it out.
It looks beautiful.
Against grammar,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Yours looks more.
It's been so many years since I've done my last one, so
This looks like
yes.
you know, Nadia's looks like a good Play-Doh. Yours looks like crusty Play-Doh. It's
Hey.
sitting outside.
You gave up, remember?
I
I had to
myself.
step in because you gave up.
Would you add like to add a new spice?
Better. See? You give your dad some credit here, right?
Il foglio.
So how are we doing?
How's everyone doing? I see one thumbs up. I see a few screens off. Looks like people are working and kneading their dough.
Come out to
How
be
do we
like-
know when the dough is ready? Like what quality does it have?
the pizza dough, you see, is well
Smooth.
compact, smooth.
You see how that,
It's not
Yeah,
raising
smooth like Play-Doh, kind of.
Yes, like
Yes.
Play-Doh.
like a Play-Doh, yeah. And if you have spots, we have some flour or some butter or something, just work it a little bit more. Ci sono punti della farina o il burro, cioè lavorare ancora un po'.
The hands are actually making it.
Quando si è messo la farina e lo zucchero, metti il burro liquefatto, allora si amalgama subito.
Okay. That's it. You capture everything on your table because you don't want to drop any.
Fammi sentire.
What about the
There
ones
you
on
go.
my shirt?
It's going in test.
Quality control.
Quality control, yes. Apparently, I didn't do that bad because he's not complaining too much.
Yet.
Yeah, okay.
I give you a 7 out of
Just
10.
because I'm his son, first son. Okay, so
Is everybody caught up?
How are we doing? We doing?
how are we
okay?
doing? Anybody need another minute?
We have one person in the chat who says they need another moment.
yeah,
Okay.
no
Right.
problem.
Did it?
Looks good.
You'll get to here's where they put it in the oven.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's the butter with your hands that makes so good.
So you create a small round
Thing.
About 3 inches thick.
about 3 inches thick, because then the next step is gonna be flatten it out.
Now you take your
Not yet.
And for anyone who came in late, your oven should be preheating.
They just
350.
350.
scissor.
I can go get it.
Grab some scissors.
Should the dough be pretty soft? I have one person who says that their dough is soft.
Upside.
Very soft.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell the consistency.
Like
So-
baby butt.
Like Play-Doh, is it, Jerry, is it softer than Play-Doh?
If it's too soft, troppo morbida,
No, no, devi mescolare, ma se le dosi giuste non cambiano. Non
if,
serve.
if the quantities are as it was in the plan, you should not be too soft.
Okay.
Should be just-
Could they add a little, like a tablespoon of flour or something?
Farina dopo diventa dura.
do not add flour.
Okay, do not do that.
It becomes really, really, really tough.
Okay.
If they didn't melt the flour. I mean,
We're ready to move on. How's everyone doing?
So you take your parchment paper and you fit inside your pan,
Or if you have wax paper.
or you have wax paper,
Parchment.
parchment, something that you won't stick too much. Again, you cut it almost to the size to not have too much excess. Make sure that it's fitted in. And you give me the other pen. Other pen somewhere.
Right here.
Too small.
Cindy, I'm sorry, was the pan included in with the was, yes, yeah, okay. So use that pan. Just somebody asked if we use that pan.
Yes,
And
you
I'll-
can use that pan, or if you have a 10-inch pan, it's the perfect pan recipe.
Okay,
You have
so,
the 9-inch work.
Now I give you a secret on first you do this, okay? And then you open it back. So
Mama don't agree.
It's much easier to fit it in.
But
With
now
all
it's
the
all
corners.
wrinkly. And then when you put the cake in, it's gonna turn out
The
wrinkly.
cake is gonna be just fine.
No, 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 no.
I
Yes,
agree.
yes. That's a generation gap. See, much easier?
Okay.
Okay.
Once you have the parchment paper in the pan, once you cut like a
One third,
1/6.
quarter.
1/4 of your dough.
Your dough. See what you do? You slice two and you cut the last quarter out.
8 pezzetti.
And out of this, you want to make 8 similar pieces. So mom clearly did by eyeballing it. So my way to do it is a little bit more mathematic.
Mathematical.
So
The son is an engineer.
I'm not an engineer, I'm a finance guy, but there you go.
Posso proseguire o no?
8 small pieces, right?
Okay, to repeat
Yeah.
what they just did, they took about 1/4 of the whole dough and they cut it off and they made 8 small little pieces. And then the rest of the dough gets pressed into the parchment paper like Nona's doing right now.
Perché non lo fai con mattarella sotto?
Perché è morbida,
You want to
non
roll
è
it?
stata in frigo.
Oh,
Se va in frigo bisogna per forza col mattarello, ma finché è fresca così si può farla chiamare.
It smells good.
so you start pushing in from the inside out by hand. See what I'm keeping? Still working it towards the edge from the center. So you have a flat, even thickness around your whole pan.
Like the pizza.
Oh,
So you toss into the air.
this pizza is also there. Yeah, is
13 or 2 dad, I bet you had brilliant as ideas as well. And then you slowly, and
Are
then
you
you,
going? Oh, good.
So when you are at this level, when everything is very flat, still working towards the edge, so you raise about half an inch your edge,
border.
your border.
I see somebody throw their hands up in the air. What's wrong? Laura, you okay?
Laura?
Me? Am I okay? I'm good.
Okay.
I did not raise my hand. I'm good.
Is everyone doing okay? Is everyone keeping up okay?
No.
What's wrong with butter and lemon
Lemon.
And vanilla.
and vanilla?
So what you're essentially doing right now is making the outside of the pie, crostata, the base. You're making the bottom and the edges.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, you need to bring it up.
I sent home dinner with you tonight.
No. We have a lot of stuff. Tomorrow we can-
Oh, that's not it. You're taking this-
So kind of a sort of decoration. See my mom pinching with your 2 fingers the edge. Like that. That's just to make it nice when it cooks.
It's like making little ridges.
Show them the finish.
This is what the finished product would look like. And right now you guys are making the border. And then if you look really close, there's like little ridges where she pinched it to make it look prettier,
Like a pie crust.
like a pie crust. Once you're done with your crust, making it look all pretty, you can,
See the details.
Yeah.
See how it's like. Make sense?
once you're done making the whole crust, you take the jar of apple jam and you take a spoon of it and just kind of put it in and then spread it out evenly in the bottom.
I made the jam from fresh apples.
And if you don't like apples, you can basically use any kind of jam you like. From apricot, blueberry, sugar, non-sugar, whatever is your better
You can also make it with Nutella.
taste. You could use, there you go. You could use any variant like Nutella.
Io lo sai che ho il terrore.
She's terrified by that.
Oh, she.
All the time. Okay. So same here. It's
See, the jam is spread out in the bottom.
Regolare.
Oh,
very liquid.
yeah, poi mettere il-
Now you gotta work again, though. I'm fired.
Okay.
That's a glob of cinnamon.
That's okay.
Once you
Somebody
get
likes
done with that step, you are gonna take the 8 balls of dough that you had earlier, and you're gonna roll them out to make little dough
Worms.
sticks, little worms,
Worms.
and then you put them across the pie. You can do pretty much any design you would like. This one has like dots on it.
Like tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-toe, no, checkers, checkerboard. put it. You can put in any pattern you like. The most common one is the checkerboard pattern. Is everybody doing okay?
Well, it's hard to tell. Looks like people are working on their dough from what I can
Yes.
see for those people with their video on.
Cameras on. Everyone's hard at work. No one looks like they're crying, so I think everyone's doing okay.
We've made pies before.
We have not.
We've not.
Yeah, we did tiramisu, we did ravioli, we did
Cookies.
cookies, yes.
Need to do gnocchi next time.
We did gnocchi. Did we do gnocchi?
Yes, we did, yes.
So as you can see, she's putting the little worm rows like that, and then she's going across now.
So just to back up, somebody did ask about chilling the dough. I think that's in the recipe.
Yeah, usually you're supposed, when you did the dough, to leave it in the fridge for 1 hour,
Okay,
just for everything to get together. But because we didn't have the whole hour, we just went straight to put it in the pan and go ahead.
And it seems fine.
The end result is very, very similar. It's just easier to work in the dough that is cold. At that point, when you use the cold dough, you put your dough in between 2 layers of parched paper and you flat it with this. Because at that point, the butter will get condensated again. So it's gonna get hard again.
okay.
And
I'm sorry. I have a quick question here from someone. So when you originally pressed the dough into the base of the pan, the edges went up, I believe you said 1/2 inch up the side. Is that right?
yes,
Yeah,
approximately.
approximately about
then
half
the-
an
And then the
You can-
filling goes up to,
inch. And let me show you detail. I'm clearly going rogue, but you see the edge is about 1/2 inch on top of the jam.
Oh, you should make
Okay.
a face. Oh, you should make a smiley face.
did that help seeing his up close to how far the filling should go up?
So
Okay, the
the,
boss.
the classic version.
Cindy, yeah, can you hold that up so everyone can see that a little closer maybe?
Mad at me again if I spill the pie.
Yeah, don't do that, but
Like this. This is what it
Yeah.
looks like.
How long?
45 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes in the oven.
I'm gonna go ahead and put hers in the oven.
Yes. So once you're done with that, once you're done with your
You don't, you don't see the face of my mom. What I'm doing is kid. Oh, this here. He never learned nothing.
you're making swirls. They're not even connected.
They don't need to be connected. Good one.
Like modern art you'd find in a museum and you look. The nose.
He said.
It's a worm. It's a worm. It's a,
So
That one
Oh, that
good.
looks
See
good.
someone- Yeah, Trevor Brown, it says on the
Hey,
screen.
I think that was Kim.
When
Oh,
you're
it's
in
Kim, okay.
you go into any bakery or store, they have these everywhere, all kinds of fruits in them. And they're on like a flat cake pad with plastic on it so you can see it.
Nana's very
I love her face. So have you ever tried, do you ever mix like whole fruit with this when you're making it? Do you ever add like sliced whole fruit or anything on with the jam, or could you do that, or would that not be good?
And like sliced whole fruit or, it's always the jam.
no, metti anche frutta, direttamente frutta nella cake, nella.
Se vuoi puoi fare anche.
You can if you want.
Yeah, if you slice fruit for decoration or also just for the fruit.
Torno.
Yeah, you want to make it a
Allora non si
decoration.
fa questo, si fa solo le mele o le
So if you use apple, peaches or whatever you like most as fruit, you slice it, but you don't put the cover on top. So you don't put these pieces.
Okay.
It's cut out of the will.
How is everyone doing out there? I see a lot of people watching. Do we have finished products? That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Pretty.
Now Cindy's gonna ruin everything, but that's okay. What is that?
She's
Okay.
making a heart.
Oh,
Oh,
he's an artist. I'm a finance guy.
Bisognava metterlo subito, non adesso.
It's okay. You can stick it in.
Dad, you lose the baking show.
I'm losing the baking show.
The worst cook.
that's beautiful.
Said,
You can trim.
got the added paper to avoid burning in the oven. It's not gonna burn.
Don't ruin your.
Tira via questi geli.
To take out my words there. It's a good translation.
Okay, does anyone have any
Her
questions?
comment was color. Put it away.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that. I was,
Her comment was a little bit more color than what I translated.
oh, okay.
Italian, she said, that's not what she said.
So when it comes out of the oven, does it need to rest for a little bit?
Sorry, repeat the question.
Once it comes out of the oven, should it rest for a little while before you dig in?
Yes, usually it is best eaten cold. That's what my mom will tell you.
Mhm.
I'm telling you that in my family, it most of the time it won't get cold before it's almost done. But you know, that's depend. We always love warm it up or warm cakes. So this is the final results after 40 to 45 minutes on the oven. You see the color of the.
It's very brown.
It's brownish.
Like
Yes.
a peanut butter cookie color.
Yes.
Okay.
That tells you that is done. You clearly can use a stick,
Toothpick.
a toothpick, and try on the dough where the dough is more consistent to see if the we need a knife now.
Oh, we're gonna cut now? Yes. Okay.
I was telling this morning my mom prepared one on the 10-inch, and I brought it in the office. There were 8 people. It was gone in less than 2 hours. So it's good. It's healthier than many other cakes you can buy because
Yeah,
it
it was fast. As I sat here and just watched. It looks really easy.
when we're here.
All right, well, if we don't have any other questions, you are, go enjoy this. I'm sure it smells good in the oven, and we'll see you soon. If you get a picture and you want to share it with us, you can send it to Lucy or I. We'd love to share it on Facebook, and we're so appreciative of you guys, your mom being willing to do this, you guys being willing to do this is really a treat for us. And it's beautiful. It's what a great, easy, I'm sure delicious dessert.
If you have any further requests, you can reach out to Wendy and Lucy. Mom is here for another 3 weeks, so.
What do we want?
Can we see it cut into? I would love to see it cut into.
Yeah.
You see, everybody wants to see cut it.
Me too, especially since I She has like forks.
I do.
Oops, you just went, oh, there we go.
Oh.
There we go.
Do we need to put a pan underneath, like a flat cookie sheet or something?
flat, yes, a flat better because
Was
this
it?
is really flat, and this is how it looks like.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, it was a yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can smell the butter.
No, she was talking about the plate.
Oh, but
A
this
flat,
butter.
a flat plate is the best one.
Okay, thank you.
No, she doesn't want.
No?
Want me to bring the piece to
She's just like.
Well, we hope you impress all your, if you have guests coming this weekend, and, you know, impress them with your authentic new dessert. And I don't know if I can sit here and watch you guys eat it, because I might just have to drive down to River Road really quick. And
For anyone who did pop in late, we will be putting the video up onto the library YouTube page.
Yeah.
So you can look for it there. Because I know some people just might have missed the beginning. I know someone joined us relatively recently. And you should have the instructions also in your email.
Great of this cake is that you don't need anything.
It's on your shirt.
I
all right, well, thanks everyone for coming. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Roy,
Bye.
thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Push anything.
They're still saying thank you.